The sun rays fade behind the slopy blue mountains, casting its shadows at the backyard of the tiny village of Lomut in West Pokot County. The night had fallen fast upon the land, and darkness engulfed the entire village of Lomut. The flicker of fading flames at the far corner dimly lit the room. As the elders gather at the fireplace to discuss crucial matters of the ceremony ahead, the Kasapana or the graduate will have to spend the night with the elders at the fireplace as he take every advice murmured by these gray-haired men rich in wits. This is the night elders will stay awake as they sing and chant warrior songs till the last cock crows. The Sapana ceremony marks an important rite of passage in the life of any Pokot boy.
That ceremony is done for the boy to qualify to become a responsible person among the Pokot community.
The chosen one undergoes a series of rituals before joining the Elders League, which eventually accords him respect and responsibilities in the community.
Sapana is a ceremony, a rite of passage before marriage. It means cleansing. They go to a neighborhood and maybe look for a bowl, and then after requesting for that bowl, then honey wine is prepared, and horn, what we call the trumpet, is blown to show that the Sapana ceremony is going to take place the following day.
The sun rises like a flower opening its petals unto the world, gazing towards the illuminated cloud beneath the ethereal glow. Holding the mantle of leadership in his arm, his frail eyes carefully betrays his boldness.
Umejipangaje leo?
Nimejipanga kwa sababu tayari niko na ndume. Tayari niko na watu wenye wamekuja sherehe yangu kwa siku ya leo. Sasa niko tayari kabisa.
Wewe mwenyewe unajifeel aje baada ya sherehe? Utakuwa kwako ina umuhimu gani?
Baada ya sherehe nitakuwa na umuhimu kwa sababu nimefuka ile umri ya kuwa mtoto. Sasa nitakuwa mtu mkubwa, sasa nitakuwa tayari kuoa.
He steadily tries to breathe to calm the panic. One of the elders confirms the path to leadership is never easy in Pokot land.
But the Sapana is different because it is a ceremony as well as a ritual, because it is a cleansing ceremony for dedicating this young man to the world, that now he's a man, he can marry, he can do everything that a man, an adult, can do.
Hii ceremony huwa inafanywa kama climax ya kubariki na kuinua mwanamume sasa ile amefika kiwango ya kuwa sasa kiongozi katika kijiji ama katika community. Anaweza kupewa nafasi ya kushauri watu. Anaweza kusimama mbele ya umati saizi kama hii na kuongea. Hiyo ndio utaratibu ya hii.
In company of his aidman, Kipsang is prepared to walk on this holy path of adulthood by partaking in the Sapana ceremony.
Ya kwanza ni kwamba lazima umehitimu mwaka 18 kuendelea, kwa sababu hiyo ndio umri ya Pokot. Kijana Mpokot anaweza kuruhusiwa kuoa. inategemea kwao, wako na mali ambayo anaweza kutoa kama dowry katika ile familia nyingine. Kwa hivyo ni mwaka 18 kuendelea.
But it is not an easy task for the feeble and the faint-hearted.
Amechaguliwa kwa sababu ya kwanza ni anataka kukamilisha ile umri yake kupitishwa kuingia katika uzeeni, aweze kuoa na afanye jukumu zingine katika jamii.
Na huyo kijana anaongeleshwa kabisa, wewe uko tayari kuongoza watu, wewe uko tayari kulinda mji, wewe uko tayari kusaidia kwa mambo yote. Magonjwa yakiwa karibu, wewe uko tayari kujisacrifice, hata utoe ng'ombe yako tuuse ama tuue, kama hii inaweza kupatikana ng'ombe moja ya kutumiwa ya kubariki nchi ama kumpa mtu yoyote.
A storm of unimaginable horror awaits him. Unfortunately, he can never evade the coronation ritual, which will be overseen by the elders of his clan.
Does it mean that the tomorrow's ceremony, the elders who are doing the service for the blessing must belong to a particular clan?
Yes, a particular clan, which goes together with the clan of that boy who is going to celebrate. They know their lineage, their clan, which clan this man comes from. Is it in order for that clan to bless? So there's a lot of things inside that.
Before the sun comes to the horizon, people assemble at Mzee Philip Tepa's home.
People who are allowed to attend the ceremony is all the people in that village. But if you have conducted a sapana before, if you did a sapana yourself, you look for where to sit on along the cricket. But you have to observe which side are you going to sit. You don't go and sit where the elder is.
Men taking their position as women stand at the far end, forbidden from nearing the ritual site. Mzee Lopetakuo confirms the key items that must be provided for this ceremony. These are cow milk, blameless bull, anointing olive oil, the special silver clay soil, and the ritual blood. As the golden rays of the sun illuminates Lomut village, the masculine young boys escort in the sacrificial bull. Mzee Sikamoi confirms that as the firstborn in the family of Mzee Tepa, Kipsang bears the mark of the heir to the throne in this land.
Huyu Kisang amechakuliwa kwa sababu yeye ni wa kwanza, mwana wa kwanza katika mzee huyo bwana Kisang, bwana Tepa. Kwa hivyo ajatenda hiyo, na kama Kisang angekuwa na ndugu mwingine mbele yake, huyo ndugu mwingine mbele yake angefanya hii sapana, lakini kwa sababu Kisang ni wa kwanza lazima afanye, na yeye ndiye anafungua njia.
The first phase of this ceremony, Kipsang must receive blessings from his aunt, will be escorted by her fellow elderly women dressed in Pokot regalia, each carrying a bullhorn filled with olive oil. This part of the ceremony is vital before the coronation takes place. Mzee Sikamoi confirms this exercise must be done by the auntie to the Kasapana or an elderly woman from his clan and no one else. Selina Kipkerker takes up her role, blessing Kipsang.
Komi ni emren. Kelo ko nyimren. Wete iwe. Ini makosa nyi.
The bee clan, you know what's a bee? Which makes honey. So those are the people who are mostly accepted to give blessings because a bee makes honey, you see. So that bee clan are mostly selected to be offering blessings.
While at the far corner of the homestead, young boys are busy setting up the holy shrine known as Kirket.
When that ceremony is being done, it has to be done in where the elder sits on a circle which is not closed at the end or at the tip. They make some leaves go around, and the elder sits on behind the leaves, and those leaves must have come from very special tree known as sitot. The leaves of that tree is used for blessings. So this particular young man who is graduating has to bear many children, both boys and girls. And that's why those leaves are put to make the perimeter of the circle.
This is a no-go zone, more so to children and women, as well as those who have not gone through the Sapana rite of passage. After showering Kipsang with the blessings, what follows is the ancestral guidance. Kipsang is laid to the hand of Kettle to receive the sacrificial bull. He is mandated to lead the bull to the ritual site by himself.
So the team leader must sapana from a cow, using a cow. And then the rest can maybe say, I have a goat. Yeah.
So the sapana bull is produced by the parents of the boy?
Yes, yes. And not from within your kraal, not from your heart. You have to borrow or ask from different family so that you pay later on a female haver to that particular friend of yours or that person who gave you the bull.
Why is it not allowed to pick from the herd?
You will not be. You know the sapana is supposed to join people, to bring people together so that they enjoy as teams. But if you start doing your own things as a family, then you will be spoiling the relationship or the friendship of the Pokot. They will not enjoy themselves.
Sounds of joy by energetic women turn deafening. Horn blowing spices the ambience as warrior songs take up the teary eyes of the celebratory mood here.
You know, the horn is just to give a message to the neighboring communities that there will be a sapana. And that is the work of that horn, to give a message, to send a message to those who live around.
The fierce bull is innocently led to the altar, oblivious today is its last day of seeing the light of this world. The singing becomes louder as women praise their hero Kipsang, a charming Pokot boy of few words, a blameless man who never allowed the wicked world to stain his legacy. This remains the most important rite for a Pokot man, to be able to gain authority in this land. And in case Kipsang fails the test, a curse hung not only on his head, but also to his family and entire generation.
Kwa hivyo na hiyo ng'ombe ni kama una laana fulani, na ng'ombe ikitoroka, kwa hivyo baba yake anashuhudia ile kitendo mwana wake amefanya. Kwa hivyo baba yake baadaye atashikwa na wasee na ataua ndume ingine.
The Pokot says, once a Moran, always a Moran. Kipsang has one challenge to fulfill, and that is to kill the bull by his spear. Cheers, ululation, and screams engulf the ambience of the chirping birds.
Wamama wanaimba saa hii kusherekea na kushukuru yule kijana ambaye atatawaswa na kupewa ushujaa na mamlaka ya kukuwa msemaji ama kuingia sasa level ya vijana ya wanaume ambao wanaweza kutegemewa katika mji. Ukifananisha na Wamaasai ambao sisi tofauti na sisi sana. Moranism, Wamaasai unaona wanaenda kuimba alafu mwanamume anapewa hiyo, ni kama hivyo.
The bloodletting Kipsang charges towards the fierce bull and makes his first attempt to kill the beast. But the masculine beast is strong and does not give up easily. Adrenaline floods Kipsang's system, his heart pumping like it's trying to escape, and by the look in his eyes, you can tell the fear. As he remembers the elder's sentiment, if you don't slice the bull's heart, you are cursed.
Anybody who has not sinned, the animal cannot run. It will just stand because it is something blessed. So I have not seen the one which has escaped. But if it escapes, then another bull is replaced immediately, even from the within the kraal itself. Because that ceremony cannot be allowed to just to go that way. Because once it is started, it must end the way it has been.
On the fifth attempt, the bull finally succumbs to its wounds as it takes its last breath.
When that animal fails down, there is a lot of ululation from women around that he is now capable of becoming a man. He can spear anything. He can protect his family. So that is the reason why he's given a spear to spear.
Everyone sinks into a celebratory mood, for Kipsang is now a hero, making his father proud.
Kwa sababu ameua ndume hii ambaye kwa Pokot inaitwa Lomuk. Lomuk ni dark brown color. Kwa hivyo kuanzia leo Kisang atabandika jina tena, anaitwa Lomuk. Kwa hivyo atakuwa akijifuna mbele ya wenzake, wanaume wenzake, wamama wa sehemu hii, watu wote watakuwa wanaita Lomuk kupitia ndume hii ambaye ameua siku ya leo. Kwa hivyo tunasema Bwana Lomuk tunaombea baraka.
The selected elder men of Kipsang's clan embark on the skinning of the animal.
There is a special way of cutting that piece of meat, and there is sections where not everybody is allowed to feast on that, but for elders alone. Elders which are above, octogenarians and above are given a special meat from that animal. Nobody is allowed to touch that, but the rest, if you do that, if you touch or you cut it anyhowly, it is punishable by spearing a he-goat for that purpose. Or else you will get a curse. Yeah, so that is why it is mostly feared by those who have not undergone the savannah.
Only these elderlies know which part of the meat belonged to a particular clan group.
Those people in charge of cutting the meat into certain pieces, and they have some qualifications. They are very skillful people. It's not done by anybody. It is a unique way of cutting meat. You don't just cut anyhowly. You separate the intestine, you separate the ribs, you know where the kidney is, you know which parts of meat belongs to the elders, which parts of meat will later belong to the young generation who are seated behind the elders. And you'll know they have also, during colonial time, there is those pieces of meat which belongs to government officials. And they gave them the most unpalatable part of meat known as kepes. Kepes is just a part of meat which is just behind the hip part, hip joint, from the hip joint. That part of meat is not sweet. So because they hated the government or colonial people who ruled them, they have to give them that part of meat. And that meat is still being given to government officials up to today. But the chest will belong to elders. So those skillful people, those experts who knows how to divide the meat, knows these pieces of meat will go. And they will hand over that meat, which is still raw, to another group at the fireplace, just behind, at the entrance of the cricket.
But it's just the beginning of the ceremony. The second phase is for Kipsang to carry all the portioned meat to the kirkit, where cleansing of kasapana will be done. But the rule remains for everyone to use right-hand side when entering the holy kirikit. Besides, they have to make 4 rounds around it, the number 4 symbolizing men in this land. Blood is collected in the wooden bowls, which will later be mixed with milk. Parts of the meat such as ribs, head and intestine will be eaten by the women and small children, while the rest of the meat is for the elders who had participated in the sapana.
Apart from sapana, when a bull is slaughtered anywhere, the hind leg of that animal is, you not just eat the whole animal on the same day. The hind leg will be given to the eldest old man living. So 2 boys are sent to take that hind leg of a bull to an old man. We call it amuro. Amuro is given to an old man who is the elderly more than others. Wherever he is, that meat is taken to him to eat and to bless. Because in an old man, he cannot move around to go to any cricket.
Once all the meat is in the kirkit, the new kapasanak go back to the car in order to bring the stomachs whose chime will be used for cleansing him. Women and children are forbidden from getting any closer. They watch from a distance. The stomach is cut open and the entire card inside exposed. Then the spiritual leader of the ceremony, most probably the eldest of the old men, commands all the elders to remove their shoes and to stand on top of the card contained in the stomach. Mzee Ng'ole confirms this as cleansing ritual, as every man attending the ceremony must be freed from his sins. On the other side of the homestead, women joyously sing and dance, moving in circles around the head of the bull.
Sasa hii inaitwa ni ulione. So ukienda wanawake sasa hivi vile wanaimba ukiinua mkono hivi. Sababu ukisema hii ndume ilikuwa imekaa namna gani? Hivi. Sasa hiyo ndio climax ya ceremony.
One of the elders say they are celebrating the heroic bold step Kipsang has taken for becoming an elder. In our part 2 of Sapana ceremony, we will focus on the powers of the Kapasanak, or the young elder, and his limits after graduation. For Culture Quest, I'm Levis Msumba.